The psalmist wrote, "Make a joyful noise to the Lord, all the earth. Serve the Lord with gladness." A pretty good verse for those of us who wake up on the grumpy side of life. Hi, this is Joe Stowell, and welcome to Daily Strength. Let's talk about what kind of an instrument you are in the hand of God. I'll never forget my conversation with Erin, who is an accomplished violinist. As we were talking about violins, I asked her whether or not the coveted violins made by Stradivarius are really all that different. As you might know, on the very rare occasion when one becomes available, it will sell for amounts of well over $1 million. Because she had heard a Stradivarius played, she affirmed that the difference between a Stradivarius violin and even the best of the others was significant, which led me to ask her this question. What makes the sounds from the Strads so great? Erin explained that the violin maker Stradivarius lived in a small Italian village in the 1700s. Since he was too poor to buy fine wood for his violins, he pulled his wood from the polluted harbor of his village. 300 years ago, the harbors were the equivalent of the town dumps. They were a smelly, dismal stew of trash, human and animal waste, and garbage. As experts analyzed the wood from these famous violins, they discovered that the microbes in the contaminated water had eaten away the inside of the cells in the wood, so that the only thing left of the cells was the superstructure. So, when the violinist plays a Stradivarius violin, it's like an organ with thousands of sound chambers, each reverberating the sound of the bow moving across the strings. As Erin told me that, I want to say, stop. What a great picture of what Jesus has done for us. Valueless and lost in the soul-rotting disease of our own sin, Jesus came, pulled us from the sludge. As the Bible puts it, he loved us while we were sinners. In other words, even though we had been eaten hollow by sin, he reached down from the cross, wiped us clean, crafted us into a priceless instrument to resonate the strong and distinct sounds of his love, grace, and glory. So it's no wonder that David wrote, "Make a joyful noise to the Lord, all the earth. Serve the Lord with gladness." And Paul reminds us that with the indwelling Spirit in control, our lives should be filled with psalms and hymns and spiritual songs. All of this means that Jesus has made us new creations. Our lives should resound with gratitude and not grumpiness. Thanksgiving and praise, regardless of life's circumstances. You know, like when Paul and Silas sang in jail. Believe me, the jailer had never heard anything like that before. Like the Stradivarius violin, the sound quality of the song that Jesus puts in our restored souls should be noticeably different than the other violins around us. The song we sing with our lives should be joyful and glad. We have so much to be thankful for. And this difference is not just for our benefit or the benefit of those around us. It's for the listening pleasure of the Master Creator. Just as Stradivarius might have smiled at the sound of melodies played on his instruments, believe me, God delights in the beautiful songs that his instruments create when our lives are tuned to sing his praise. And just in case you're saying, "Yeah, but he hasn't done much for me lately," if he never does anything more than pull us from the sludge of our sin, make us a new creation, cancel hell, and guarantee heaven, he's given us plenty to praise him for the rest of our lives.